Hiya, chat. Well, we're back. Yep, I am talking this time and I forgot to set this up. Whoopsie. Alright, so... This is my first time doing a full run in absolutely ages, so... I'm just going to say this now, we're not going to be successful today. Unless I get like 1 in a million odds, which is not going to happen today. Alrighty then, let me load up my timer so I can time the run for my spreadsheet. Ah, please don't do that. There's the timer. Give me a minute, chat. Okay. I think we are good to go. Alrighty then. What name we picking, chat? What name we picking? Hey, the Asriel. Finding a decent streamer, I don't gotta listen to the game all the time. You know it. You know it. So Sil, Sigma, Sansby, Enzo, Godspeed. Godspeed won't fit in 6 characters, I'm sorry. Alright, the chat has spoken. We are going with our one and only name. Silma. Very funny. Okay. You know what? You know what would be funny? Because this one's not going to succeed anyway. Alright. And... let's go! And I have the auto masher enabled so I can skip text quickly. I hope it works. It does. Awesome. How's the audio mixing, by the way? Can you guys hear me okay? If I get this on the first run name merg, that's not going to happen. I understand people are enthusiastic about this because I've made, Stop it! I forgot that Flowey does that. Okay. I've moved my mic closer to my mouth, so I should be audible now. If I'm not already audible. And obviously I don't have splits because there's no need for them. Hello, Goat Mom. I totally didn't miss you. Yeah, I kind of knew that, Sans.
Darkener. Delta room. Floor in the
Closet. Oh, yep, just run.
Fluffy talking goes in run.
So I'm bound to get some stuff wrong because this has been absolutely ages.
Right.
Ever since I've done a run. I don't think I've done a full run in like 10 months or something. How long has it been?
Gardeners who make us use our shields. Rousey will heal. Susie's weapon. Harry yields.
Thanks. I need to change up my music mods. Imagine the fun is 66 and you get a 1 in 10 chance. That would be funny. That would be funny indeed. Hey, Vibin. I used your art at the start earlier if you want to rewind. Right, so I am going to spare frog it a couple of times to get some money for the spider donut. Because we're going to use that to skip Muffet. Takes a bit of extra time in Ruins, but we make up for that time later on, so that is no worry at all. That is no worry at all. Am I going to no-hit the whole game, though? That's the idea. And we got a Whimsun. Oh! Oh, yeah. Someone told me you could get gold off Whimsun, but I don't remember how to do it. Okay. I wasn't sure when the frog was going to jump. Wow. Okay, yeah, I told you. I told you we weren't going to succeed. Yeah, we're not going to play as Merg. We're not going to play as Merg. See, that's the canon timeline right there. All right. Oh, I didn't start the timer fast enough. Whoopsie. Oh, the Flowey dialogue is slightly different. I don't think that matters. Yeah, chat, it's been ages since I've done a no-hit run. Well, tried to do a no-hit run, so... Stop it. Yeah, that was intentional. That was intentional. Don't you worry. That was intentional. Hey, block agent. Flowey is so edgy. Why else would he call Flowey? That's a secret Merg ending, yeah. Hey, we got no-hit Merg ending. Look, we got something out of it. What? Hey, I didn't tell you could read the writing on the wall. Run out of the way of dummy. So the froggets are like the only like forced encounters I have to go through, aside from the other forced stuff.
Susie escapes and we go to the field.
You have to do neutral first to get to pacifist, so this will either be the 6th no-hit neutral run that I do, or it will be a complete fail.
Should I be a pacifist?
Yeah, good question. Should I be a pacifist or should I use my fists? Wait, if you're using your fists, aren't you technically passing a fist? You'll do math homework with this in headphones in the background? Okay. Have fun with your homework, if you can. First time ever that's been said. Don't remember how to get gold off of Whimsun. Is it terrorize? Oh, I'm just gonna keep sparing them. Because I don't remember how to do it. It is terrorize, okay. Right, terrorize. Just do nothing. And then spare. Yep, 2 gold, okay. Fabulous. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing these is because Muffet up ahead is challenging, and it would be best to skip her entirely, so I'm getting the spider donut so I can do just that. See, 8G.
Susie escapes.
So we're taking a bit of extra time in Ruins to skip a few minute boss later on.
Make us use our shields.
It's perfectly valid.
Susie's weapon. Here reveal.
Hey, Mr. Luigi.
Should I be a pacifist? Or should
If you do console, you get no gold.
feeling evil think I'm
Slay.
Right, mold small we can just flee from. So aside from forced encounters, we can just flee from everything else now. So we have to cheer and apps to Blook. Blooky. Pika Blook. No, I'm not doing all yellow credits. Who do you think I am? Shay? How am I going to dodge Asriel's final beam? That's the neat thing.
Dark
You don't.
Del Mancer. Bloxers 2.
My voice is a classic. That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me.
The King.
Oh my god, I'm secretly Shay all along.
Crown.
Yeah, it's true, chat. I hold some world records in Undertale speedruns.
Darkness.
I'm moving away from a dead pixel in the wall.
being a pacifist. I think I'll use my
Swords.
I'm feeling evil think I'm
Slay.
Silly. Silly the dragon. No, shill is a term for something, I don't know, related.
Would you play main axe? Susie's Buster takes your life.
The music is still playing. Did you hear that? I was talking tutorial and the music was still playing. That's a strange glitch. Right, we're gonna get the pie. Salary. Wow, that was fast. I've never menued that fast before. It's like a whole new world, even for me. Also, I will be acknowledging new mods pretty soon. Okay. Said bye to Goat Mum and then left so fast. Hi, Quinn. What is the easiest boss to no-hit? I actually don't have an answer for that. I'd probably say the Mad Dummy. Because it's one of the required bosses in this run, and it's by far the easiest. Toriel is random in terms of what attack she uses. Papyrus is long, and Undyne is fast at times as well as random. Asgore is hard. I don't know. Yeah, just eat the spider donut. Muffet is the easiest boss to no-hit. Hey, Void. Or -1. What do you want me to call you? I need to go buy a -1 on Discord. Is Void just like a nickname or something? You don't fight Metaton Neo in Pacifist, so he's out of the question. And yes, it's not a surprise to anyone that Metaton is a he. He uses he, him pronouns. You see Alfies refer to him as he, him. Yes, I did get the armor. I did remember that. Thanks for checking. YouTube requires more than 3 characters. Why did they implement that? Like, I can imagine that there's a retro YouTube account that's only just like 2 characters long, and they cannot give it up because then they'd never be able to have it again. Where is it confirmed that Metaton is trans? Is a theory that relies on all of the ghosts being non-binary. Fun fact, that wasn't always the case. Synapse the book used to have he, him pronouns in the official art book, but then that was later changed. Because Metaton uses they, them pronouns in the game. Now, block agent. What happens is, when you use an armor piece in the Metaton EX fight, if it's not one you have not used already, then you will gain 1500 ratings, and if you have all of the armor up to that point, you can get through it extremely quickly. Right, I need to order these in, have these in order.
Welcome to the underground. If you wanna look around, don't see humans often.
It's just headcanons that ghosts don't have gender. Not always. Not always. Hello, doggo. I just realized something. I was supposed to equip the tough glove, so I have the stick. Okay, well, I'm going to backtrack and do just that. Go away, Ice Cap. No one likes you. Right, and no, don't use the box. Tough glove. And do this. Yep, there we go. All items acquired so far. Just to be clear, this isn't a speed run. I just have a timer so I can log it on my sheet. Plus, it's not like I can submit runs anyway. And even if I could, I wouldn't want to. Quinn. Why? No damage. Okay, I think this is a good time as any to determine what defines as a hit, what actually counts as a hit. So, a hit in this game, or any game rather, is determined by something that decreases your HP. So, going the wrong way in the electric maze and being hit by Metaton's ingredients in the acceleration game doesn't count as a hit. If it reduced your HP, it would be different. And then there's, of course, the things you can't avoid, like Flowey's final beam and things. Yeah, if it's avoidable and it does damage, then it counts as a hit. Otherwise, it's completely fine to just ignore it. Because nothing can be done about it. Hey, Pap. It's avoidable if you close the game and never reopen it. You know what? That's 1,000 IQ right there. That's a 1,000 IQ play.
Welcome to the underground. If you wanna look around, we don't see.
We don't see Hugh. If you don't see Hugh, then there's everything in black and white. Hey, Mollicor. Yeah, Vibin, I'm using the Undertale Yellow Auto Masher. It skips the dialogue healthily. Saves me from repetitive strain injury, even though I play Osimania. Well, not as much anymore, but still. It's healthier. Don't move. There we go. You no-hit Deltarune up to the chest thingy? Holy cow. Yeah, I was talking about how no-hitting Deltarune Chapter 1 is a good starting point for 4-game runs. Hey, Papyrus, mind your balls. Right, time to buy another armor piece. The manly bandana. Yep. Balls is funny. Balls is funny. Why did I say that like Kevin Brighting from the Stanley Parable? You know, hit Delta Traveler Flowey. You know what? That's a good challenge as well. That's a really good starter challenge. Maybe not in the sense of it being in Delta Traveler at all times, but still, it's much better. You know what, Quinn? I think that's just as good, if not better, than doing Undertale 4-game runs. Because you did 12 slots, Saloon, and that is hard. You also did Athenian Rhapsody, like, obviously not in one run, of course. That's like next to impossible, but still. PTSD from the music. Sorry. Remember when you used to struggle with this? I remember when you were playing multiplayer and one of you was stuck on the ceiling. I don't remember who that was. But one of you was stuck on the ceiling. That was really funny to see. That is impossible. I beg to differ. I mean, didn't you also technically cheat to get the achievement because you did glitched for a no-hit? Nice. You find spam to Neo easy? I mean, he's meant to be an easier boss. So I can see that. Asriel was here earlier. There are 2 more mods that aren't here. Though understandable because one of them lives in Australia and I think the other one has finals to catch up to. So I can understand them not being here. I mean, I already have plenty of mods here. You guys. You know, I am very thankful for you being here. Being able to do things in chat when I'm not able to, simply because tabbing out of this window is a lost cause. And if there ever comes a point where you're just like, oh, this is getting too much. Maybe we should do this. Just tell me that stuff, you know. We can do better. Also, a good time as any to say that Molokor is going for Ending Tale Phase 1 no-hit. They got a 140 out of 150 yesterday. So, if you want to see a no-hit happening, then go ahead and watch their channel. They stream, I think, almost daily. Hey, Sans. Bye, Sans. Informatic homework. Ouch. Alright, I'm going to try one more time to get Seagrass skip, and if I don't get it, I'm just going to stop trying for it in runs. Okay. And go. Oh, damn it. It's really hard. You're kind of nervous about no hitting Chaos King. Hey, that's totally fine. We've all had nerve things at some point. Hey, Monster Kid. Yeah, fall flat on your face. You hate Monster Kid? I mean, they are annoying, so... Have you ever wanted to... Why would I punch a child? You really are a horrible person. What did he do? Who's he? Oh. Monster Kid is almost punchable in Geno. That's not us, that's Frisk. Wait, go. Oh shit. Bollocks! Well, I'm past Papyrus, so there's really no point in reloading now. I may as well keep going, just to simulate some kind of pressure. Yeah, I'm going to try and go for minimal hits. It's probably not going to happen anyway, because the hit count is so low. Right now it's at 3, which is going to be really tough to overcome. I mean, technically it's not a full run because I didn't do the dating thing. I used a lot of save files to skip some of those bits. But hey, 4 hits if you don't count skipping, and 3 hits if you do, just for PvP purposes. Yeah, I know I can do dates after Photoshop Flowey. So I'm going to have to practice Waterfall a bit more. Learn the consistent setup again, because it's been so long. When's the last time I actually did a run? I think it was like back in September, October time last year. And it's now past the middle of May. What's my PF for... What? But, Krispy Kreme, what are you saying? Oh, you mean neutral? God damn. Okay. Well, if it really matters that much, I have done no-hit neutral 5 times. This just in. Molecule can't count to 5. Why not reset now? I personally would. I'm just going to roll with it for now, honestly. I haven't practiced the areas, and it would be good to get some practice in, so I'll get something out of this run at least. Yes, I indeed was the first person to no-hit neutral. Back in February 2021. That's when it first happened. And I didn't do it again until New Year's Eve 2023. Because I also need to practice this bit. Even if it is kind of RNG with the spears. So yeah, at this point I would normally reset because we're not even an hour into the run, but because I haven't done it in a long time, I think I can just do fine with this. It's not like I'm going straight for PB anyway, because that's just not going to happen. Not with my current knowledge anyway. Yeah, molecule, that's another way of putting it. I need to full run de-rust. So we can try and go for minimal hits, but it's probably not going to happen today. Have I ran Flowey much? I said this yesterday. I can try practice Flowey, but right now I'm at the point of diminishing returns. Basically meaning that if I practice Flowey, there basically nothing's going to come out of it. Like, my odds will remain the same. Unless I do like 3 in a row or something, which, pff, good luck with that. After all, this is like first run back, so I said don't expect anything ridiculous. I did say that, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Still got my groove for walking on water. Oh dear. I am not going to be using any glitches that give me an unfair advantage. The rules in UDCC are that if you're going to use glitches in the run, they must not provide any unfair advantage to the player. So, seagrass skip, for example, is allowed. But using punch card to skip certain bosses, that's not okay. Because you'd be skipping something that would otherwise be mandatory. That would have an effect on your run. So if you skip any parts where you would get hit, then it's not allowed. Same goes for speed hacking, using mods, although there are some mods that are permissible, like God Home, for individual bosses, but not for full runs. Using the patch that saves closing the game after Flowey comes in, for instance. Because crashing a game on purpose is not good for the hardware. And, yeah, the auto masher, which basically makes it healthier to run full game runs. So that's all that's allowed. Otherwise, it's basically fair game, like a glitchless speedrun, though it's not really a speedrun, so I wouldn't really, If you're doing a no-hit, unless it's on, like, the patch with no quality of life changes, then I wouldn't submit it to any leaderboard. What's the hardest normal boss to no-hit? Asriel. Oh, that's the thing we could try for, guys. We could try for a new BKS on Asriel. Which stands for Best Known Segment. Currently, my best on Asriel ever in a full game run is 2 hits. And that's the only thing that stands between us and perfection. Which means that if I can no-hit Asriel on this run, we have a sum of best for a perfect run. I am not doing Mad Dummy Skip. And I'm also not using the punch card because a use of that risks a soft lock. And I don't think it's worth saving a minute just to risking soft locking just to save a couple minutes in the run. It's just not worth it. You have the cloudy glasses, don't you, Gerson? Yes, you do. I'll be back, Gerson. Just you wait. Yep, you can softlock in this game, and it's really easy to as well. Yep, we need the CTs later. That's why we're revisiting Gerson later. Soft locking is as easy as trying to wrong walk without mashing the punch card away. Exactly. And it's such a small timing window that not everyone is going to do that, or is able to do that. That's why I'm a fan more of glitchless speedrunning rather than glitched. Because some glitches can either soft lock or crash the game. Yep, CT does make the soul faster. Hey, Dlekin. We're already on one hit, so I'm just going to keep going for de-rusting purposes. I know people would prefer me to reset, but I haven't really ran the full game yet. Since, like, I don't know, 10 months ago. And I need practice anyway, so I'll just use it for that. De-rust is key? Exactly. I got hit to Spear Chase 1. I believe for the first time in this grind. That's the first time I think that's ever happened. Hard locks don't exist. You got stuff to work on and exams to revise for. Okay, Sansby. Have fun. Yeah, there is an optimal way of doing that section. I just don't remember how to do it. That's why I got hit. Is this full speed auto mash? I believe it's half speed. I'm not entirely sure about that. It's the one used in Undertale Yellow speedrunning. I was watching someone blind play Sill's collection of things, and they were on Angry Sands. And after their first death, they got the achievement Green with Envy. And then they said, why is he green now? That made me laugh for some time. Like, I love it when people react to something that they don't expect to see in my games. Like, Green Sands, Scooby-Doo. Deadly Emerald, I think it was. Undyne, I think passing you is an act of mercy. Nice. Pass section 2. Hard lock is when nothing works anymore. You have to restart the entire console. Isn't that bricking? Isn't that basically what bricking is? When hardware is bricked, it doesn't work anymore. FDY Asriel doesn't exist. If you're talking about Oversave, tell Asriel that's not made by FDY. Yeah, QK, that's it. Yeah, we're still on 1 hit. Chalven, this isn't a yes hit run. Such a thing doesn't even exist. Who came up with that yes hit run term? Who came up with that? Right, this is an area I forgot about, so may as well go through it. We need FDY no hit next. That has happened. That has happened. If I don't remember the answers, I can look at Alfie's. What's FDY? FDY is a game developer from China who specializes in making bullshit hard fights. Watch any hard fan game and just be grateful that there's no super spam or whatever. Because that's basically what FDY is. This one's more questions. King's forename is Asgore Dreemurr. What are robots made out of? Metal and magic. This one's D, isn't it? Yeah. How many flies are in this jar? 54. Fun fact, I got that question right on my first try. Like, ever. Would you smooch a ghost? Heck yeah. Does getting hit in the quiz count? Yes, it does. Alright, this one has no wrong answer, so we're safe. I speak like I don't know this game, like as though I haven't played this game ever. God, it reminds me of when I was playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the first time in years. And I gloated to my brother, okay, well, I can show you how to... I can beat this level easily. And then I died like 20 times. Because I kept getting hit while sitting on Yoshi. Actually, I don't even know if it was my brother in the room. It was probably my sister. I'm not sure. Do I even have a sister? My god, I am so brain rot. And I didn't even have to watch any Skibbity Toilet. Waluigi and Deltarune confirmed. Stop spoiling Deltarune. There's an 8th stone. There's an 8th soul, I mean. 8th soul. Where'd I get hit? Undyne Chase 1. because I didn't remember how to do it properly. Haven't had trouble with the bosses though so far, so I think I'm good for that. How are you doing, the Dragon Fox, by the way? Hey, RNG hit. Burn pan and throw away the tough glove. Respect the Sigma. Hey, Sean. New things on the horizon at all times. You know what? That's perfectly valid. That's a perfectly valid representation of how society is today. We don't know where we are. And next thing you know, scientists next day will be reversing brain death. Who knows? Yes, the Dragon Fox. That's my plan. I'm just de-rusting this run, not doing anything crazy. Well, I hope I don't do anything crazy. And no hitting Flowey does not count as crazy. If I'm successful. You manifest me to no-hit Asriel in this run? Don't tempt fate, my dude. Do I have to no-hit the jetpack? No, because it doesn't deal any damage. Being hit in the ingredient climb game is completely fine. Because, look at my HP. Oh, it's at 16 right now. You saw earlier on. It's at 16. I don't know why you accelerate lightly at the start. That's... Yep, see, I already failed. Yes, I got hit on Undyne Spear Chase 1. Which I believe is the first time I've ever failed there in a full pacifist run. I think I failed there in neutral before, but I cannot remember it, so I'm just going to say it's the first time. It never happened before, so I'm just going to say... Well, no. I didn't think it ever happened before, so I'm just going to say that's the first time. I mean, it turns out some guy on Billy did it. Let me just show you right now that getting hit here does not actually matter. 16 HP, no damage. You can get that hit there as much as you like. It's just generally slower. It is a good game. Toy knife will be obsolete by now anyway, so... No. Pie rope, go away. The Dragon Fox, you have a forced hit in your game, and it still counts as a no-hit. You have to get hit by a bus at the very end of an already hard run. Don't tell me what counts as a no-hit. I did get the stain. Yep, I did. I have all the items. If your pronouns are she, they, how come you sound like a guy? Do they know, chat? Do they know? Okay, I'm just... Cut to the chase. I'm a non-binary content creator. I came out as non-binary in 2023, I think. And I've been going by she, they since. My voice is deep, I do apologize, but right now, yeah. Anyway, pronouns are just like how you want to be addressed. Gender identity is different from the base sex, if you know what that means. Probably don't. Gender is weird. No hit building a Lego. How do you no hit building a Lego? Gender crisis. Woohoo! Now, this is not my motive for changing my pronouns, but I've had a few times where someone came in and said, "Oh, she's goated," before I came out. I'm like, wow, okay. I really sound like a girl, huh? I sound British, that's because I am. There we go. Oh no, it's gonna explode. Oh wait, what's happening here? Oh, it's not gonna happen. What's the song replacement I use for another medium? It's World 8 from New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I should put a music mod list in the description, I think. Hold on a second. Just answering a phone call. Hello? No. I told you everything earlier. Okay then. Okay. See you later. Bye. I might have to be silent for the last 30 minutes of the run. Depends on what happens. Also, just saying ahead, I forgot to address this earlier. Some of my runs will be offline. Some of my runs will be, well, most of my runs will just be silent from me. I'll still have game audio on. Oh, I meant to select no, Alphys. Hey, any mods in chat? Can we allow that message, please? Can we approve that message? Thank you, whoever did that. Marty05, detach the balls. How you doing? Oh, I already did that. Whoops. Wow, I am so forgetful. You can tell how long it's been since I last done this, right? Thanks, Dragon Fox. I don't know where the others are. I do have the donut. Yes, I do. Hugo! Where have you been? It's been 84 years. Dude, Hugo, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Who is Hugo and you should know them? Hugo Simpon. How do you not know Hugo Simpon? And no, that isn't a typo. As much as I would love to believe that he intentionally misspelled Hugo Simpson. Metaton, I would run away if you didn't sing this depressing music. Oh my god. The Undertale community gets more weird by the minute. Can I beat the tile maze? You know what? I think this is a very good time to demonstrate that yes, in fact, I can beat the tile maze. Remember when a certain skeleton was shipped with a child? Do not remind me of that. Alright, the Dragon Fox, thanks for coming. Alright, here's how you do the tile puzzle for those who are curious. It's really that simple. No strings attached. I am a very fast masher. And with 10 seconds to spare, hell yes! Remember the no-hit tail threads incident? Oh god. No-hit tail was way ahead of its time. Okay, for those who are unfamiliar, No-Hit Tail is the predecessor to UDCC. It was run by Gon and I before we recruited more people, but as the years went by, it just got more and more out of control. Like, I started adding stuff without asking. Lots and lots of drama. I'm just thankful that UDCC is the way it is, even if it is kind of rage bait. Like, I'm totally fine with it. Okay. I've forgotten how to do this puzzle. Oh, it's like that, okay. Yeah, what matters is that everyone moves on from the drama. That's all that matters. I don't think we're going to reach Metaton sub-hour. Oh, I don't know, maybe? No, not enough time. Ah, dang it. 5 seconds. Good reference there, Sean. Good reference there. I mean, like I said, this isn't meant to be anything ridiculous. This is just a D-Rust. Right, this. I need to remember the strictness of this collision. This one? Yep. Made for Mario, I have a question. If I were to give you the source files for it, would you be willing to do a task for Sill's collection of things?
Oh, yes.
I think that would be interesting. I say give you the source files because I can't compile to Linux. Alright then, armors times. We don't boast, we just do this. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Wait! Go and hit. There we go. Alright. If I remember right, it's hot, fine, nenty, cute. I believe that's it. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. You didn't just throw a no-hitter, you did it with style. Coolest no-hit ever, hands down. Is that a reference to something I don't get? Or is it, you know what? I'm not even going to ask. Hey, Gon, I didn't see you returned. You'd be down to try tasking it? Okay. I'll, or if I just compile the VM version, because I'm not really that okay with giving out source code to a game that I care a lot about, even if you do get access to the source code anyway. Poor Sill's been having gorilla nightmares probably from being... What? Sean, what are you saying? I don't even know what that means, so I don't know how to answer that, sadly. The joke is ChatGPT. You know what? I'm just going to assume that everything is AI generated. Okay, no. Are dogs allowed? No. Dogs aren't allowed. What's my favourite head canon of the colour of Undyne's armour? To me, it's always like a dark greyish. Like, black just doesn't make sense because you see a tinge of grey and some white on in the overworld. So her armour can't be black. You know what? That's actually a really good question. How was the run? We're still on 1 hit. I think even if I don't get a no-hit Flowey, I'm just going to keep going anyway. Should probably put a disclaimer that this is 1 hit. No need. It'll only be useful for like an hour anyway, so I don't see a reason to do that. I mean, yeah, it can be confusing to some people. I see people asking, oh, how many hits? You know what? I ought to bring back the hit counter thing I used for Snowgrave. Gon, do you still have the hit counter display? Sil, I remember your 4 hits. So what's the record with the hits on NHTP? If you don't count just setting PBs, like skipping some unnecessary bits just to set PBs, then it's 3. If you only count full game runs that don't skip anything, then it's 4. But to me, it's 3. Because in that moment when I finished that 3-hit run, it would have been 3 hit if I didn't have problems. And by that I mean if a system lockup didn't occur and I didn't have problems with Flowey's time machine throwing back a save file that didn't work. Why don't I do New Game Plus No Hit True Pacifist? I'd wager yes, but the thing is, see, the thing is, right, I wanted to do this with Flowey included. And yes, New Game Plus does skip Flowey, making the run just a tad bit easier and a bit more closer to feasibility, if I say so. But, I don't know. If I do get a run where I don't no-hit Flowey, but I no-hit everything else, then I would count that as New Game Plus. But we still have the other stuff. True Lab, Asriel, Royal Guards, Undyne Chase, the whole 9 yards. Bacania, I don't know if that's how you say your name. I've done no-hit Asriel twice. Almost 3 times. Because earlier today I had a reverse choke. I no-hit every phase except for phase 1. Hi Sonic, I am not going to read out the rest of that name. That joke is long old by this point. It's old enough to live in a care home. How old is the UTC? Undertale released on September the 15th, 2015, so almost 10 years. Wait, no, it's technically older than that because of the demo. When did the demo release? I think it came out in 2013 or 2014. I know it was early 2010s. You think that's legendary? I've done no-hit neutral 5 times. Hey, Salty Lily. What does that FW thing even mean? Don't say anything, Sil. Don't say anything. It's probably rage bait. What's the scariest mandatory Asgore attack? Helix 2. No matter what anyone says. Oh, right. Okay. You won't see that comment because it got filtered, but I see Made for Mario said FW means something, so... I will say, no, I don't FW Copium. Hey Quinn, welcome back. We're at 1 hit still. I actually don't know if you were around to see that 1 hit. I do have the pie. Perfect. Will there be a track called Deltarune in the game Deltarune? I'd say it's not impossible, but unlikely. I don't know if Toby Fox loves to recycle ideas, so I'm going to say for the time being, no. Yes, I was hit by an Undyne Spear. Am I a genocider or a pacifista? You be the judge. Right, so save here, otherwise I'd have to play through the whole game again just to get to True Lab. Right, so I've got the pie. Do I have the thing equipped? Yes, I do. Deltarune NHTP, all recruits, chapter 1 to 7 is possible trust. We'd have to do all chapters first. Individually. No, we cannot say Deltarune tomorrow until June 3rd, I think. The day before it releases. This was truly an Asgore. June 4th, okay. That's when it releases, right? Or is that when the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out? Yeah, 13 more days. My brain kind of went on autopilot there. I'm surprised I didn't get hit. Nice. Wow, 2 in a row? Okay. Oh my god, I'm so cracked. Oh my god. Alright, past Helix 2, we're safe. What are the odds you find some dumb way to break chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune? I'd say quite high. You love breaking stuff. It was Chase 1, Lekin, not Chase 2. Nice. Oh yeah, the 3 hit. Yeah. If I didn't get hit there, that would have been a semi-perfect run. Are we going to be able to make an Omega fight in Under Creator? Probably not in the demo. And it skips right here because the crash has been patched out of the game. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Don't tell me what you don't love and love to do. Hey, Undersquad. This really is an Undertale. You better believe it. You think that's big? I did 900 HP of that. Okay, no. What's the max damage possible against Asgore? With or without cheats? Because with cheats, it's 3,470. Because when you would normally do a hit that would kill him, then it sets the HP to 30. So you can't kill him without going through that cutscene. Even if you use hacks. I am Cyril. Okay. Oh, this guy's such a tool bag. This is Omega Flowey. Here's how it works. You place these patterns in different patterns and BAM! You got yourself a sweet... Oh my god! Chicken jockey! Oh, that was close. Guys, I'm going to ask you nicely to stop asking that question. I'm not going to answer it. Okay, we're starting with bombs. Straight to the giant balls. Great. What have you learned, Flowey? I don't think you learned anything. Wait, it's the same image? Really? No way. What? Thank you, Mr. Luigi. You just got Luigi'd. Nintendo stole my joke. How dare they? No, I'm kidding. I didn't make that joke up. Okay. Need some flames. Love it. Is that a world's smallest violin reference, Martio 5? Granby fought in World War II when he was such a noble dude. Let me play my violin for you. I don't even have a violin, so I can't play it for you. Hello. Sorry, I can't help put the shopping away. I'm in the middle of something I can't pause.
If you wanna look